possessed that life in the Spirit while she lived on earth, but it was hidden. However, when her earthly life came to a close, she radiated immortality in the same way as is shown forth from Christ after his death. Mary's assumption to heaven was nothing but the full effect of her spiritualization. That's homily on the Assumption by Nicholas Kaposilas. And whether or not one believes that, it's still a beautiful thing to ponder, how one person can be so utterly transformed by the Spirit as to receive and I think it's within reason to think that, because if you go back to Adam and Eve, it seems like it was God's intention they wouldn't die had they had the opportunity to eat of the fruit of the tree of life. They would have lived forever. And that it was sort of God's intention, had Adam and Eve not sinned, that they would have lived forever. Fast forward to Our Lady, if she was conceived without original sin and never actually sinned in her earthly life, then in her body she possesses the qualities of the original pre-lapsarian body of Adam and Eve, that is before the fall, one that would have been immortal. The reason why the church hasn't really decided one way or the other is because some doctors of the church would just argue this, like St. Francis de Sales, I think. Would just say, it's true that Mary could not have died, but they would make the argument, Mary, Our Lady, wanted to imitate Jesus in everything. And so since Jesus died, Mary, in a sense, chose to die like her son. So even though her body would have been preserved, some saints and doctors would argue she simply wanted to give her life to Christ in every way, and simply chose to die, and then freely willed to die, with the sort of, if we define that as separation of body and soul, like her son Jesus. And that's why it's kind of a debated question. My argument would be the contrary, because I would simply say, of course that's true, Mary would want to imitate Jesus in everything, be obedient, but what about the pre-obedience of the Father's eternal will, of the radical possibility of Adam and Eve never dying, and showing forth God's mercy, and showing forth the greatness of God's glory, by simply, in at least one example, having lived to perfection, not dying. And so we need someone in the history of the universe that could actually say that.